There we go. All right, man. So how was y'all's New Year's, man?
And it was pretty good, man. I spent some time with a couple friends. We went hunting, and it was a new experience for me. So try to come into the new year a little different than I came in last year. So that's always good.
I feel you, man. How you kill anything? Because that's one thing I've never done. I've never gone hunting ever. Like, you shoot something?
And apparently, I'm not a hunting guru, but apparently everything was too small. But I had a friend who killed a hog, so that was kind of wild. Apparently they don't die on the first shot either. So yeah, you gotta hit them a couple times.
Bro, those things are crazy. I've heard about stories like those things are no joke, man. The
Yeah,
wild
man.
hogs, the
Apparently, like their skull is like cement, so you got to shoot them a couple times for them to finally give up, man.
Jeez. Today I'm joined by a very special guest, man. One of my guys, Mr. Armond Lloyd. Armand, I appreciate you for coming on, man. We've been trying to get this thing going for a while, so I'm glad we finally got it
I
set
know,
up.
man. That's me. I gotta get my schedule figured out, man. It's wild out here. So
No, I feel it, but and I think I have the gist of it. Just to go ahead and jump right in. But you
yeah.
care for the people who don't know exactly what's going on, and even if I don't have it all the way, what's the deal with y'all with Sanford's football season this year?
Okay, so we had originally. I'm just take it back to the beginning. We had originally planned on playing a fall season. We came back, I believe, in July, working out like normal. I mean, I guess it's not quite normal because we were wearing masks and taking breaks in between, I guess, like every 15-minute, doing 15-minute intervals of working out, and then using that as our water break, and doing like a mini conditioning period while we're outside, but now that the fall season is obviously not a thing, it's basically like everything's just still weird, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And so um like I said, we originally planned on playing in the fall, and we kind of the team kind of decided that that wasn't our best bet because um I mean, which it actually kind of ended up working in our favor because we're actually gonna have an 8-game season this spring. But originally we were probably gonna have maybe 3 or 4 out of conference games that didn't count, and for for someone like myself that got a chance to be redshirted, that graduated a little early and was able to start, my masters and all this stuff. And that's not a big deal for me, but when I think about the guys on my team that aren't scholarship players, and guys that may not play as much as the other guy, you know, it's putting them in between a rock and a hard place, because they're having to pay every step of their way, to stay and hopefully have a season.
Yep.
So for someone, and it's tough, it's really tough, for someone that is paying, they're like, okay, man, I'm just gonna rack it up. That's why a lot of guys were pushing for that fall season, but I mean, we end up just saying that's not the best thing for us to do right now. And so we end up, saving ourselves for the spring, you know, um, which I'm actually really looking forward to because I believe we're gonna get a lot more airtime now. We're gonna get a lot more exposure and that kind of thing, man. And yeah, it's just exciting to feel like the world is gonna be looking at our football, which is really counted out a lot of times, man. So
That's what I was gonna ask about too, because and I've never actually like seriously talked to you about it before, and I know you got the masters, you getting everything going on, but is playing at the next level like that's something you want to do?
most definitely, man. that's something that I think that's something every person has a dream of doing. Not to just make a blanket statement, man, but I mean, I'm to the point to where, I've worked in the real world. Man, I've done the 9 to 5 things. I've done the internship thing, and I mean, like, football is the only thing that I love. You know what I'm saying? And football. I mean, I knew I wanted to play football for the rest of my life ever since I put those cleats on. You know what I'm saying? It's a game to where, it gives you an outlet. It's more than just football. It gave me structure growing up. It gave me the ability to to communicate and learn. I taught myself and others taught me, and you're learning, you're constantly learning. It brings out those leadership skills you may not know you have. So a lot of the great people in the financial world were actually football players, collegiate football players. They have that team working spirit about them, that they don't mind being told what to do, or aren't afraid to take the lead, or you know you can take you they know how to take the high road, or it's a very it's deeper than football. That's all I gotta say about that, man. But anyway, like, yeah, man, the league is definitely something I really want to do. I've actually been training ever since. Excuse me, man. I've actually been training ever since I guess, like, I got to college, dude. Like, I mean, coming out of high school, I wasn't highly recruited. I was super slept on. I was one of those guys that they got picked up in December, signing days in February.
Mhm.
So I mean, I knew I was good at football, but I just needed that reassurance, and I hate that I have to put it like that, because I mean, as much as I want to say that I was confident in myself and my playing ability, until you get that scholarship, man, or till other people are looking at you, you really don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, now playing at the next level, it's like it's kind of a waiting game. It's you just I'm putting forth my best effort. Like, and I'm not, honestly, I don't know if I can take no for an answer at this point, because that's just the mindset you gotta have. Like, determination. It don't matter what obstacles coming your way. You just gotta jump over them. So, or break through a brick wall, take them on like a bull. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
No, and that's what I thought was interesting, and I'm glad to hear you say that you said that it worked out well for you, because I was curious. My first reaction when I heard that y'all were playing in the spring, and obviously it it doesn't matter to me, like I don't play ball, but like just my thoughts were that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like you mentioned, they'll be the last, I believe, football on. Even the NFL, like they'll be finishing up in February, so they'll be the only high level football playing. And not only that, it depending on how you look at it, and I don't know what y'all spent all fall doing necessarily, but you kind of got an extra almost off season to prepare, really.
man, it's been an entire year that
Yeah,
I've been able
man.
to develop my body, bro. Like, I'm so excited to see. I mean, not even the finished product, just like like what the progress that I've made from last season. I mean, because it's easy to just get complacent, and okay, I had a good season last season, or I did this last season, or um, it's easy to get like that, and you know, and and ride that
Yeah.
up until this point and feel like you don't have to work hard. But I decided I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this quarantine thing seriously, man. Every single day, bro. Like, and I know I'm 6'3", 310 pounds. Every single day, I got up. There's a park called it's Hermont Park. I'm sure you've heard of it, but I went to Hermont every single day, bro. I ran at least a mile on the cross country trail. And we had these at-home workouts that our coaches were sending us. It'll be like 300 bodyweight squats, 200 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and stuff like that. Like, and just finding stuff out, and I really found out how much of a freaking dog I was, man. Like, like I'm like, bro, like this, I'm built for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really built for this. Like, when football was taken away from me, bro, like it was like, I'm like, what the, okay, so say if this was the end, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling myself, like I saw another spark come out of me, like where it was like when you get an adrenaline, it was a constant adrenaline rush I had waking up every morning to go work out and be the, like, just, it was like I was trying to beat someone. Like, it was, I wasn't just competing against myself. I was competing against every other team in my conference. Cause I'm like, okay, I know this guy from this team, he's not working as hard as me. This guy from other teams not working as hard as me. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I was doing my position, finding anyone I could work with, we worked. You know what I'm saying? And then that led me up to the point we came back to school, man. And I the best shape I was ever was in my life.
Yeah.
Literally, like, bro, like I can't even explain it.
Now, were y'all able to do? I know you kind of mentioned it. Y'all had individual stuff, but wait, were y'all able to do any team stuff with everything going on, or was it all like work outside of school, or outside of campus?
So we went. I'm trying to figure out when we went back to school. I think we finally started classes. We got there. My memory is very vague right now. Um, yeah, we started school, I believe, in September,
Okay.
like early September. September, yeah, and like that's when the only time we did anything team. Well, no, I just lied to you, man. We came back. We started school in September, and we were playing, like we were practicing. Um we were practicing. We were doing everything like we were gonna have a fall season, and I think that was the most discouraging part about it all. That we didn't have a fall season and we had worked so freaking hard. Like, guys, like, you literally got guys lifting water bags, like, oh, we gonna play this season, man, no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we were so determined to play. Then when our conference came out and said that, we're not playing, it was kind of crushing, man. But it ended up being a blessing in disguise because they actually ended up giving us a extra year of eligibility. So,
No, I'm assuming. I think you already said it. I may have missed it. Obviously, it's all conference games, and that's it, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. So to take it back, and we're gonna go way back. You also mentioned it too. We're gonna go back to the beginning. You get down to Samford University, fresh out of high school. They decide to redshirt you. One, when did you know? When they let you know you were getting redshirted? And two, what was your mentality after you knew? Like, what did you want to do, accomplish, or get better at, whatever it may be, during the course of that first year?
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna just give you, there's two types of red shirters. So you have the red shirter that'll take his red shirt year and use it as a party year. You
Yep.
know, I'm just gonna experience college and I'm gonna have the best time of my life. And coming into college, that's the first thing that you're thinking is right. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I had my fun, but you know, I had a coach by the name of Sam Shade, who's actually uh, he is the head coach at Pensacola Valley right now. He was our defensive backs coach, then I believe coached special teams with the Browns later after he left Samford, and now he just recently took the head coaching job at Pensacola Valley. But I mean, that guy, he stayed because he's actually the guy who recruited me and through the whole process, and and put his faith in me as a player. Every time I saw him, no matter if I was or was not, he would always say, lock in, Armond, lock in, stay locked in, stay locked in. It don't matter what the situation was, man, lock in, Armond, lock in. I'm like, okay. And every time, look, I couldn't even enjoy myself when I did want to go have fun because I'm like, dang,
He
man.
was in your head the whole time.
Yeah, in my head, man, rent free, dog. Like, I'm telling you, seriously. This man literally, like, he gave me, he made me want to be more than just the average player, because realizing that what he has done in his career and him putting his faith in me, put some fire under me and made me feel like it gave me some worth as a player. I mean, like,
And look, that's big to have too as an
yeah,
18, 19-year-old at that point kid coming in to have somebody to
yeah,
help you out like
most
that.
definitely, most definitely. And so coming in, I wanted to get redshirted, and this is the funny part about that. I actually really wanted to get redshirted because I knew I had a lot more to develop. I came in about 260. I was I was strong, but I'm you're gonna feel my strength when I touch you. But I wanted that to translate to the weights. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I knew I had the playing ability, but I wanted to get more. I wanted to get more experience. No one ever in my family could guide me on how to play college football. I'm the first person in my family to play college football, so it was a unique experience for me and my loved ones around me, so I needed that time to develop as a player and kind of get my mind right and fix my vision and kind of see my goals, and I say that all to say that when I did get redshirted, you know, you would have never thought that I wanted to get redshirted because, I'm like, dang, they really got me sitting on the sideline, man. Like all my friends coming to the games and
Yeah.
oh man, when are you getting in? Oh no, I don't know, man. They're not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, man, like it was one of those. It was, it's a fun experience being able to be humbled like that coming out of high school because it made me want to work. It made me want to be better than everyone that was in front of me, and it made me want to be a leader, the leader that, you know, a better leader than the guys around me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just constantly comparing myself to the older teammates, the ones that I grew up watching, and and they'll come back now. It's like, I can't believe you became such a great player, like that you're the guy you are now. Like, I mean, it's because I'm watching you guys,
Yeah.
so like it's never one man, you know what I'm saying? So like I credit anything and everything in the future to everyone around me.
Okay. And then so you finish that up, man. You do like you said, you gain all the information, you get to sit back and watch, you develop yourself a little bit, then you got your first season the next year on the field and actual competition, man. What that first year stepping out there and suiting it up, what was some of the biggest things you noticed, whether it was like, speed of the game, just anything, some big takeaways you had from year one?
I'll say um I'll say even in practice, I noticed this. It's not like high school where you have people just playing because their parents want to play, they
Yeah.
want them to play, or it's just an afternoon activity. You know what I'm saying, for their son to do. Um, the speed of the game is definitely a lot higher paced. Everyone's good. Everyone that plays at a certain level, and you got to rise above that level to separate yourself to become excellent. And I think that's why I love college football so much, because it's gonna separate the mediocre, the average, from mediocre to the great players. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna do it, and I'm constantly in that process, still today, just trying to always figure out ways how to level up my game, and it's somewhat intimidating, to come into a game. Like, I remember my very first college football play. I went in against Kennesaw State. Um, we played them, and I remember I was in we were in our bear package. They put me in a zero, and my job was just to bull the center back. But on my left side, which is the left side D end, this guy, his name is Ahmad Gooden. He is a All American at the time. I think one time All American uh, at the time I'm talking about. Um, all SoCon, all every defensive player, FCS, everything, so, but I'm not, it's not registering, I'm going back, I'm bullying this guy back, I'm just knocking his behind back.
Yeah.
And but he's getting there at the same time as I am. And which, I mean, I did a good job for a freshman, that being my very first play, and so there ended up being a sack on the play, actually a strip sack, but I think the stat guy credited the sack to me, and that's, but he actually got there before. I mean, I always mess with him. I'm gonna mess with him to the end of time, about that. But it was his sack. It was his sack. But I believe they credit it to me just because I'm back there and they couldn't really see him coming off the edge like that. So, but it's all good.
No, so you get through year one, and honestly, I mean, even year two, like what you did on the field, man, the growth. I know I saw it said the solo tackles you doubled from year one to two. The
Oh
total
yeah.
tackles you almost doubled, man. But what I want to get into for real is what probably seems like forever ago, which is your last season, man, 2019. Let me get this right, bro. 63 total tackles, 28 solo, 8.5 for loss, 2 sacks. And correct me if any of that's wrong, man. But what was so going from 2 to 3, whether it was whatever it may be, man. How like what allowed that jump? Just experience, like more work. What was it?
I mean, bro, like I just really just wanted to play the game.
Yeah,
I found a niche. You know what I'm saying? I found out where I got my confidence, and I learned how to calm down, slow the game down in my mind, and kind of see the plays happening before they actually happen, and then picture myself doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of play the game before it's already being played. Because um, man, it's
chess,
nothing,
man.
man.
It's chess
It's
out there, man. It's mental.
it. I'm saying it's really. I'm just out there balling out, man. Just having a great time with my teammates. Like it's really nothing like more playing time. Definitely, my coaches trusted me to make plays in the right at the right times, and my coaches trusted me to play me and to start me every down. But I mean, honestly, like it was just a mentality that you got to have that I'm here to for my teammates. Like me realizing at that time I played nose guard, and it kind of took me until probably like halfway through spring to figure out what my job was as a nose guard, and that is to clog that freaking gap up, clog that mess out that gap, bro. Like clog that gap up, allow no yards, like just be a freaking bulldozer in there, man. And I'm wrecking it for my teammates, for my linebackers back here, for my defensive tackle, for my DN, so he can come in and make a play. But what a lot of people don't realize that all you gotta do is just do your job. If you do your job, good things are gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, okay, let me just be all extra and try to make every single play. You
Yeah,
know, do your assignment. Do your assignment first and then be an athlete. You know what I'm saying? Once your assignment is complete, you can go ball out. So um you the ball being ran away from your gap, just still close your gap. I'm closing my gap just in case it cut back, which a lot of times it did get cut back. And guess what? Guess who's right there? Me. Boom. Right there. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, it's team football, so and I think I'm really trying to expand on that this year and try to, it's really tough because we got an entirely new defense, but I'm trying to get myself in those same habits, of slowing the game down and and realizing that I'm not here for myself. I'm here for no one on the team is here for themselves. We're all here to help each other make plays and help the team win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like we gotta realize we're all wearing something bigger than us, which is Samford football. So it's not Armond Lloyd's football team. It's not Chris Hatcher's football team. It's Samford University's football team. And so when I put that number 98 on my back, I'm representing the entire university, all the fans, my family, all my teammates. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that I'm playing for. You know what I'm saying? So I think all of that to say that, that year it really hit me to see that, like the potential that I have as a player, I have as a leader, the the people around me, my coaches, teammates believing in me to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what got me going.
And I feel like a lot of that too, honestly, is just like growth, maturity, because you get in any sport really, you come in young guys, they want to like prove themselves, they want to do their thing, and you mentioned it, man. You just do your job, and whatever is best will happen for the team. And doing that, a lot of times, you'll make the play. Whoever makes the play, that's how plays get made. But I wanted to ask, how much of that would you say is just learning that kind of stuff from whether it's being in the program and experience, and how much of that is coaching and learning from guys who have known how to do it for a while, or is it just a combination of both? How do you get those?
All right, man. Throughout my time at Sanford, I've gone through, I believe, 4 defensive line coaches, and so every every coach had a different teaching style. And so I've been able to put something in my toolbox from each one of those coaches, and it's really been a blessing. Like a lot of guys will be upset that they lose the consistency of the coaching. You know what I'm saying? But with is that there was a silver lining. Of course, I was upset when my coach, any of my coaches left, but man, it's been really a blessing because some coaches teach they're really technically sound, or that's all they focus on is technique. Some coaches want you to go in there and get after it, and some coaches they coach hips or a little bit of everything, and it's been a collective. And as far as teammates, man, I learned the most from my teammates. My teammates are the guys that they can tell you, like, the coaches can't see every rep. Every rep I got a guy in front of me and a guy behind me. You know what I'm saying? So if it's either the scout team guy or the number 2 or number 3 guy, you know, he they're gonna tell me what I'm doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? And even back to my red shirt days or my sophomore years or my junior years, I always had an older guy in front of me telling me, man, I'm on just make sure you take a proper step, or make sure you slow it down, make sure you're more intentional with your hand movements, make sure you're closing space, make sure you're coming out your hips, make sure you're looking at your target. You know what I'm saying? Like just little things like that to keep me in check. And I'm like, okay, even no matter how annoying it is, you know what I'm saying, for any of the young guys that may be watching this later, no matter how annoying that coaching may get, man, just take, if you don't take anything from it, just listen, just hear it, you know, just store it back there in your brain. And guess what? One day it's gonna come out. You're like, okay, I see what he's talking about. Don't be one of those guys that goes in through this ear, out that one. Because that's, that's, for one, someone isn't going to tell you to improve yourself because they want to make fun of you. They want you to be the best you, in college it's kind of difficult to take constructive criticism, especially since you go from being the best guy on your team to a mid-level average guy until you elevate yourself and bring out your true potential.
No, and it's funny, man. You mentioned it, how over the years you've taken some advice and stuff like that from older guys. There's always been guys older than you. It's kind of like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, you're in that position now, though. Are you helping out, having to show some younger guys the ropes and year forward now? So what, are you kind of having to do that now too? Or is it still you learning and from
man, that's actually one of my favorite parts of practice, and actually it's more than just the D line, it's the O line too, man, because I'm seeing the mistakes that my O linemen are making, that I know. I'm like, man, if you would just wait just one more second to strike your hands, or if you would just wait, or if you would take, let fool me. Your job is to fool me. You know what I'm saying? And if you're too predictive, then you're beat already. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's actually one of my favorite parts of practice, just being able to, to just help the young guys out, especially the incoming freshmen when, they're trying to do everything so fast, because everyone's thinking it's college and everyone's always, they're looking on Instagram, looking on YouTube and seeing all these people's highlights and comparing themselves to them and thinking that they're, okay, I got to move this fast. But before you can walk, you got to crawl. And before you crawl, you getting held. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And so like, bro, like my job is to get you to that walking stage. And then guess what? You're going to be running. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and it's fun, man. Like it's really fun. Just you got to figure out everyone's teaching style, because any of my teammates could attest that you can't always, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, man.
Like some guys you can do that with. Some guys you gotta, hey man, like next time just just slow it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, the incoming freshmen, they want the drill. They thinking the drills are gonna be so fast, like everything got to be like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Man, practice is for you to make mistakes. You can slow things down in practice. Like there's a time in practice for you to go 100 miles an hour. And then I think Indy is probably one of the best periods in practice, because you literally get to work on your specific craft about for 45 minutes, you know what I'm saying, out of the day, so I think that's another gem for the young guys, man. Just try to just slow things down, man. Just practice is practice for a reason, and I know that's where you prove yourself. But if you take practice as a time to be intentional in every bit of your movement and not just try to move 1,000 miles per hour like a freaking tornado, man, just slow it down a little bit and do it step by step. Like I remember man, this is a funny story. I remember this is my freshman year, man. For those who know me know that I'm a pretty emotional guy. I remember I'll have a bad practice some days, and I'll come into the locker room and I just have a blank stare on my face, just sitting in my locker, blank. Then next thing you know, a couple of tears roll down my eye.
Mhm.
What am I crying about? I'm crying because I feel like I'm not good enough. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I can't do this. Like, or like, dang, like, man, I'm not gonna play. Like, their coach is never gonna play me, or, like, or I'm not good at this step, or I'm not good at this technique, good at this, good at that. You know what? One day, man, I walked into the shower, and I was talking to one of our safeties, corner safety. This was my freshman year. His name was Amari, and man, I'm telling you, I told him, I was like, man, what can I do, man? He said, man, when I was in your shoes, I used to be pissed off every day. He said, there's nothing you can do but work on it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, since that day, man, like, I remember this like yesterday. Since that day, man, like, every time I got mad, I was like, man, I can't be mad, because I mean that's where I prepared myself up until this point.
Yeah.
So all I can do is just work on it. You know what I'm saying? And so I started staying after practice every single day, doing something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me go and hit or let me go do my step. Let me do my, like, work on my stump moves. Let me work on my hips. Let me work on my hands. Let me work on my core strength. Let me work on something. You know what I'm saying? Something I feel like, I mean, you can't be mad at yourself if you're working on it progressively. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's a really big takeaway from that, man. So, and I really appreciate him for spitting that real to me. He just told me how it is, man. Really nothing you can do but work on it. And that's in life too. So that's why I think football is more than just football, man. It's such a, I don't even know the word for it, man.
No, man, it's right. Like, especially in sports, but really in life, man, you are where you are because of the work you've put in before, almost anything. And and then you mentioned, I thought it was interesting you talking about how to some guys take criticism, because that's part of learning how to lead. You got to know how to, some guys may take, whether it's criticism or whatever, one way, some may take it another. So like you saying that right there, it just shows that you've learned just over the time by seeing, whether it's from learning from older guys or just growing, like even how to lead. But I got some questions I'm gonna throw at you here too, real quick, Armand. I'm gonna start with, what's the coolest? You've been there for a few years now. What's the coolest thing, experience, whether it's a place you went, just something you've done, teammates, coolest experience or football's allowed you to have so far?
Okay. I'll say the coolest experience I've had with football, man, is it's pretty simple. I really miss those. So before camp every year, and at the end of camp, I believe at the end of camp and before camp every year, we always went to the movies. They would rent out the movie theater, and we were all just going there. You know how it is, man. 100 or so guys in one theater, and you all know each other. Everybody's, we in there having a good time. I'm not gonna say everything that goes on there, but you know what I'm saying. But we in there having a good time, man. And and if I was done playing football today for Samford, man, that would be probably one of my dearest memories. You know what I'm saying, man? Because you can't make those up, man. Like, I remember, like, man, like, oh my gosh, man, just being with the dudes, watching the movie, man, eating
Yeah,
candy,
man.
like we're little kids again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an awesome experience, bro. I couldn't even paint the picture.
It's those moments, man. The moments like that with the teammates, where they're doing, some random stuff, just the times, man. But okay, if for some reason you got to play of your choice any other position on the football field, where would our mind line up at?
Bro, okay. Any other position?
I'm curious.
I I want to play linebacker, bro. Like, dude. I mean, does DN count?
Nah,
Nah, DN doesn't count. All right, most definitely linebacker, middle linebacker,
okay.
middle freaking linebacker, dude. Like, bro, I'm not a scared. I'm not afraid or scared to hit anybody. Like, I want to get in. I just want to see what it feels like to be able to come downhill and just whack somebody, like knock their lights out. Like, did you see the hit last week? Um,
Oh yeah, on field, the one on
yeah.
Fields.
Oh yeah, yeah, most definitely.
Bro,
That's what you know what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah.
come on, man. I need one of those.
Just be sitting in the
I
hole waiting for
I
somebody.
need one
Yeah.
of those, man. Yeah.
I like that. I didn't know what to expect with that one, honestly, but I like that. Okay, what about if you could play any other sport at a high level? What would
Okay. Um, it'll be wrestling. You know, I grew up wrestling. And wrestling I'll say, I don't know if wrestling wasn't. I think I loved wrestling before I loved football because I feel like wrestling. I mean, football was too technical, and I couldn't just completely be a dog how I wanted to, you
yeah,
know. But wrestling kind of helped me like contain any emotion I had or any. It really showed me how to control my temper, you know, because wrestling will bring the worst out of you. I promise. If you don't believe me, try being laid on by a 280-pound dude in front of all your family, friends. You know what I'm saying? And then getting up, you know what I'm saying, man. Like, but yeah, wrestling, man. And I wasn't half bad, but I don't know if I was good enough to play in college. I mean, to wrestling, to wrestling college, but I would like to think so. You know,
that's
and it's
all.
a shout out for if anybody want to wrestle me, you know what I'm saying, hit me up, because I'm always down to wrestle every time. Um, but man, yeah, wrestling was one of those sports to me where it was just like everything just made sense. Everything wrestling really clicked with me, and it took me so long for football to actually click mentally. You know what I'm saying? For me to actually understand the X's and O's.
Bro, the training for that was no joke either. Like wrestling is no joke, man. The one thing I always thought was crazy was like the cutting and gaining that wrestlers can do. That's wild to me.
Well, I'm on a different side of that. I'm doing the gaining,
Yeah,
so I was I think that the heaviest I got in high school was like 290, and I mean the wrestling limit was 285. So I had to cut maybe 5 pounds, but I mean, but for the most part of my entire high school career, I was just eating whatever I wanted to. It's mainly the little guys who got to do all the cutting and I know it sucked, man. It really sucked for those guys for them not to be able to eat what they wanted. So mm.
yeah, that's tough. Okay, let's see. And obviously, I don't have to know him, but who is? I'm gonna put you on the spot. The funniest dude you know at all. Who is it?
Funniest dude I
Or
know.
woman? We'll have to judge either or. Man, like
Okay. Uh, the funniest person I know. I'm gonna just have to call myself on that one. I'm I brother. I'm just have to call myself on that, bro. Because I can enjoy my own company at any point. Like, so I mean, it may be weird. You're liable to catch me laughing with nobody in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm,
well,
I'm just over here thinking to myself, like, God damn, like that was funny, and I'm just out here laughing to myself, man.
bro,
You
I'm
know?
asking you because you're up there for me. That's why I thought to ask you. So I don't mind
Yeah.
you saying
Oh
your
yeah. Oh yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Man. I just try to enjoy life, like especially with this new year coming around, man. I'm just trying to really take life day by day and like try to not press that autopilot button. you
Yeah.
know, try to not get in that on that frequency where, I'm just just doing stuff, just going through the motions and not really taking account that this is another day that I'm being allowed to breathe, and this is another day that I get to strive for greatness, and another day that I can improve myself and possibly, help someone else along the way, and be a leader. You know what I'm saying? And it's really happy because, I mean, it makes me happy because, I get to wake up with a purpose, and I know, of course, I'm saying this to myself, but I know I'm gonna have my days where I wake up, oh man, I don't feel like it, but like that's what I'm here for. I'm here. I feel like my purpose is to help inspire others, and to be that positive person in the room. You know what I'm saying? And it's done great for me, man, just to just stay on my purpose and to help others find their purpose. It's really awesome. So yeah, I think, and I know that's kind of hopped over the funny part, but yeah, with that comes a lot of self humor, and I can humor myself very often. So
No, man, I will say for real, like, hey, whenever I'm around you, I'll give it to you. Like, you seem that you got great energy all the time, man. That's the one thing that just glows about you. Your energy's always on point, at least whenever I'm around, at least, man. But I got last thing, and then I'll get up out of here, my guys. What's something that if you're off the field, something that you care about, that's important to you, that you're passionate about, that you enjoy doing in your free time?
okay, um,
Because I know you do a little bit. You can go ahead and shout it out too if you like. I know you do a little bit of promoting with
oh
music,
yeah,
like
oh
that.
yeah, yeah, okay, man. So so of course my friends, my close friends that I grew up with are artists, and I'm really, if later in life I do plan on getting in the music industry for some sort, whether it's being with the record label or just being a manager or supporting artists or stuff like that. But first of all, my older brother, he's an artist. His name is Young Dream. He's lit. You know what I'm saying? Go follow him
Yep.
on Instagram, YouTube, all that. Second of all, another one of my homies, uh Caillou with a K. Go follow him on IG at Il Caillou. And my other homie, Big Boss Cap. You know who that is. Junie. You
Dude,
know what I'm saying? And so go follow him on Instagram. He always changes his Instagram, so I don't even know what it is.
I'll try to follow.
And then my other dog, Nelly, King Zeus. Nelly is Zeus, King Nelly, all that. Go follow him on IG, but all those are my homies, and they're in the music industry, so it's really become a big passion of mine for me to see. Um, for it's a really big. It's just awesome, man, just to see
Yeah.
them doing what they really want to do, man. And if I'm not doing that, I'm eating. I'm a big foodie, so um, I really enjoy cooking, and I can cook just about whatever, so, and I hear that's how you keep a woman, so that's what I'm trying to do.
Yes, sir. Well, Armand, man, once again, I really do. I appreciate you coming on. This has been one of my favorite episodes, my dog. Best of luck with everything, man. The rest of this season, just life. I'm sure I'll see you soon. And I'll
So
be tuned in, man. But I appreciate you coming on for real, bro.
yeah, man, thank you for having me, man. A real blessing.
Yes, sir, my guy. All right. No hat.
Yes, sir.
All
No
right.
hat, turn up.
All right, Armand.
All right, man.